Hello everyone! I hope that you're doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha and I welcome you to my channel. As always, I'm so grateful that you're listening, subscribing and commenting. I really appreciate the support. In this one, I wanted to speak to you about lockdown and INFJs. I've been getting a lot of messages from non-INFJs who have been telling me that because of the lockdown, their particular INFJ, who was normally very shy and awkward around them and always running away from them, always withdrawing into their cave, and basically the relationship wasn't able to progress because of that. Because of the lockdown, this INFJ was able to get the time that they needed to be on their own, the space that they needed to be on their own, and because of that, they were able to progress in the relationship much faster than they would have otherwise. And I know that this is actually something that I know a lot of you probably are not in a lockdown, but you can kind of use this as a lesson from people who were and who were able to use this as a way of understanding their INFJ better. And really is the thing that I tell non-INFJs most is that please be patient. If you can have the patience of a mountain, if you can have the patience of an eternity, then you can have the patience that's necessary to deal with an INFJ in a relationship. They are the slowest turtle-like creatures in a relationship ever. We might be very fast when we're speaking. We might be very fast when we're doing things. We might be very fast when we're thinking. But as soon as it comes down to being in a relationship, we're like tortoises or we're like snails. We're like slow little creatures that amble along, slowly going towards our goal, literally not being able to. We just can't keep up with the people that are around us. We just go as slow as possible because that's how we feel comfortable. And so if you want to run, walk, or amble along at the pace of an INFJ, you really need to build patience first. No matter what's going on, patience first, right? Patience first. Like just be like, well, okay, I guess they're taking a break from me this week and next week and the week after. Let me just give them the time to take that break. Because they will eventually come back to you every single time. And I've said this many times before, but I feel like I need to keep on saying it because I still keep on getting lots of messages from people about, well, what about my INFJ? And I'm like, well, your INFJ is not that different from other INFJs in a lot of different ways. They need space and time as well. They need you to be patient as well. Just let them go and relax. It's okay. Everything's fine. They don't hate you. You'll know if they hate you. And they just want time and space. And as I said, because of the lockdown, because of the quarantine or the lockdown, a lot of countries were in lockdown because of the pandemic. And so a lot of INFJs were able to stay at home by themselves and they didn't interact with a lot of people. They didn't have to go to a lot of social events and they were able to really recharge themselves in a way that they probably never got to do before. I know for me, this lockdown time, this time with my family, literally, I did spend some time with my family for sure. Maybe half an hour a day, maybe. But mostly, I spend it in my room, doing my work, spending time by myself, recuperating, hibernating, recharging, just regenerating myself, basically. I felt like I completely became a new human being after it because I was able to recharge myself in a way I'd never done before. You always have events going on. You always have to go out, meet people, do work, go grocery shopping, this and that. It's always something to do with the outdoors, with the social events. And because of the lockdown, you're able to just completely cut all of that out. As an INFJ, as an introvert in general, it was like mana. It was like, wow, this is perfect. This is exactly what I needed. And so a lot of INFJs, as I said, they were able to recuperate. They were able to recharge. And if they were talking to someone before the lockdown, they probably still were talking to them during the lockdown as well. But obviously just Skype meetings or FaceTime or things like that, and a few texts here and there. But because of the lockdown, the relationship was able to progress in a very slow, small format, like just really short little steps forward. And INFJs like that. We love that actually. We just want to progress in a relationship at a snail's pace because we want to make sure that the person is who we think they are. We want them to see what we're really like little by little, and little by little we keep on moving forward, taking steps, little by little baby steps forward. And eventually there's something that clicks within us and says, yeah, I think I'm ready. I really like this person. They obviously really like me. Let's do this thing, right? Let's do it. Let's get into a relationship. But it takes us a long time to get there. And as I said, because of this lockdown, for me, it's already been 7 months. I don't know how long it's been for you. But we're only in phase 3 in Canada, and it seems like the numbers are going up again, so we might actually even drop back down to phase 2 or something like that. I actually don't know because I don't go out that much. But in general, it's been a while, and this time has been precious to INFJs. It has given us a time to be by ourselves, to recharge, but also to realize who is actually really important to us. For me, it's been crucial because I've actually been able to see, all right, cool. So all these people in my life, yeah, they're actually not that important to me. This is the group that's really important to me. Or this person is really important to me. That person I really don't care about that much. And so I've really been able to figure out, okay, who are the people that I want to spend time with? And if you, as a non-INFJ, were able to go into a lockdown and still be able to talk to your INFJ and still be able to hang out with them through FaceTime or Skype or whatever those meetings might be, then you're actually pretty lucky, because that means that this person, this INFJ, actually really cares about you, because they've probably thought about it a billion times over already, as I've done, as every INFJ has done. Who is this person? Do they really matter to me? Do I really want to spend time with them, right? This is something we're always constantly thinking about everyone in our life. I think my family is the only one I don't think about this stuff with, because they're my family. I have to spend time with them. It's just it's a mandatory. But besides that, anyone else, I'm like, do I really want to spend time with them? No. All right, cool. Then I'm going to let them go. Or I just won't contact them, right? So if they have been contacting you, which a lot of non-INFJs have messaged me saying that, yes, my INFJ has been contacting me. We have been talking, even if it's like in spurts here and there and intermittently. We're still talking and we're still, hanging out virtually and things like that, which is probably a very good sign. And it feels like the relationship has been progressing, and feels like the INFJ has been revealing themselves to the non-INFJ little by little, like minuscule portions by minuscule portions. And so over time, they will be revealed completely, hopefully, well, as much as possible. And this progress, even though it was slow, it was perfect, because it was locked down and there's no way you could have gone faster, and it was perfect for the INFJ. It was perfect for the non-INFJ because they were also busy with their own thing, I'm sure, because being in lockdown is surprisingly keeps you busy. And so I kind of wanted to say that maybe you could kind of take a lesson from this and realize that if it takes INFJ 7 or 8 months of lockdown to really get comfortable with you and to get into a mode of, all right, yeah, cool, I think I like this person, or I want to hang out with them further, or I can see myself in a relationship with this person, maybe perhaps in the future, then you can imagine that if you're in a relationship in normal time, when the INFJ is very busy with their social events, busy with their projects, busy with work, with family, with relatives, with all their hobbies and things that they're doing, you can imagine that the relationship would progress much, much slower than 7 or 8 months. And as I've said previously, non-INFJs messaged me saying, don't you think a year or 7 or 8 months is way too long for a relationship to progress in? And I'm like, you know what? That's average. That's actually the low end of the spectrum. In fact, it took me 2 years the last time around I was actually in a relationship. So, and that's, for me, that was 2 years. A year and a half, 2 years, I think. And for other people, it's different as well. Like, some people go into relationships faster, even if they're an INFJ. So I think average, you have to give yourself at least 7 or 8 months with an INFJ for them to start believing or thinking, yeah, you know what, this person seems interesting, or yeah, I actually like them and I want to see something further with them, right? But you have to give them time and space. And if you can kind of always think about, lockdown mode, you have to remember that if it takes them that much time, they need the time not only to do all the other things that they're doing probably, because you're not a priority for them, no matter what you might think. A lot of people actually think relationships are a priority for them, so they assume everyone else thinks exactly the same way, but INFJs don't. In fact, for them, relationships probably at the bottom of the list. I know for me, my work and my health and my spirituality comes before anything related to the relationship. And so I don't know how it is for other INFJs, but that's usually how it works for me. And so I'm not even thinking about a relationship until all those other things have been checked off, which happens never. Which is why I'm single. All right, don't do it my way. But anyways, so you have to really think about it from the perspective of an INFJ. Put yourself in their shoes, and that will be the only way you can be like, all right, cool, they need more time. All right, I'll give them more time. Otherwise, you're going to get antsy, you're going to get impatient, and you're going to start doing foolish things which will make the INFJ run away, and then or withdraw or go into their cave, and then you're going to be messaging me saying, oh my God, I made a huge mistake, which happens a lot as well. I think that's all I wanted to say. If you have questions about this, obviously, please comment below, because if you're having a particular problem with your INFJ, probably other non-INFJs are having the same problem as well. So it'd be good for us to do more videos like this, to share the knowledge, to share the pain, so that I know it's terrible sometimes dating an INFJ, but maybe I can help you alleviate the pain a little bit by explaining to you that it's normal, it's okay. INFJs are weird. I think you already knew that though. Again, if you have questions, comment below. Again, thank you so much for listening. I'm so grateful that you are listening, subscribing, and commenting. I shall see you the next time around. Bye for now.